Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf again. I got something on my mind. I was reading an article pertaining to, I think it was today. You know, today was the day of the 1 anniversary of the mass murder of the shooting at Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston, South Carolina. Here's the irony. I was down there in Columbia, less than an hour away from Charleston, the same day it happened. Here's what's even weirder. Around the time that 50-year-old brother who got killed by that cop, also that happened in North Charleston, I was also in Columbia around the same time. Actually, I think it was like a week after. It was like a week after it happened. I was down there a week later. It's weird because, for me, for a lot of reasons, in both cases, because I've been stopped by officers before, myself, over the years, and I've been to Bible study a number of times over the years. That could have been me. You know, that's what scares me. You know, and I know people say, well, it's your time, it's your time. My thing of it is, that part may be true, but who's to say that man should determine that? You know what I mean? Man should not be able to determine that. Only God can. And only God should be able to determine it, not man. That's the problem I got with it, because you know people going to just write it off. Do you know the judge in this supposedly in this case, or these in the preliminary, when they finally caught that son of a bitch, Dylan Roof, the judge told the victims' families that they must forgive him as he was getting ready to sentence him. I mean, he was getting ready to arraign him. Yeah, I heard him say it. I'm like, you got to be motherfucking kidding me. This guy was the guilty one. You know, I've heard pastors say, you must forgive him. The guy hasn't done any real jail time. The guy they haven't had a trial. He hasn't even been sentenced. And already people are like, oh, you must forgive him. Now, I told people, and I mean what I said. The only one that's going to happen for me, if this son of a bitch getting forgiveness from me, is when he's 6 feet under. And I mean that. He took the lives of uncles, grandmothers, nieces, daughters, aunts, fathers, okay? Uncles. People that people relied on, depended on, and were just downright family. People who they loved dearly. People who loved them dearly. You know, were taken on. Their lives was cut because of one man's hate. Deep hate. Deep hate that had been embedded in the South for generations. And still goes on today. Yet, all we can do is forgive. And yet, all they can do is continue to hate us because of the color of our skin. Because our ancestors learned how to read and write in advance. And they continue to hate us. And we continue to forgive them for hating us. And still haven't seen the error of their ways after 400 fucking years. Sometimes I feel like that guy, the rapper Rick Ross, when you say, God forgives, I don't. I'm a little bit perplexed because I kind of feel the same way. I do forgive people, believe me. I have forgiveness in my heart for people. Problem is, I think forgiveness is a two-way street. When you forgive that person has to be in the error of their ways. In other words, you have to know you have a problem. Okay? And that's the way it is for me. So, with that said, until Dylan Roof has been sentenced to be punished for his crimes fitfully, and I mean fitfully, the way he should be punished. I will never forgive him until he's dead and buried. That's all I got to say about it. I'm out.